Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull the traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what Spirit has for the collective. That's the intention I have set with this deck and with my guides. So if you're here because of the title, this is for you. And if you are here because this popped up on your feed, then this is for you. So let's get into the message. I did bring out an oracle deck as well. We will pull from that at the end. So, tower moment. Change, huh? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we had the tower card, and the tower is about sudden change, upheaval. It is about a foundation breaking down, right? So, like, this tower is crumbling, and this foundation is going away, right? But they can rebuild from that, right? I think people fear the tower because it is sudden change and it is a lot to deal with. But when you have a tower moment, it's because things are not stable. And once this tower falls, you can build from a place of stability, right? You can rebuild everything and grow from there. So this is not an easy energy. Even if it's a good change, it's very fast. It can be a little abrupt, right? It can be life changing. This could be losing a job. This could be losing a home. This could be a marriage ending. This could be a new soulmate coming in. This can be getting an even better job. Maybe, your business taking off. So it could be a good thing, or it can be just, that sudden change that you feel is negative. But I never see the tower as a bad thing. I feel that Spirit has tower moments in our lives because we're not built on stability. Things just cannot continue the way that they are. And if you're not changing things, Spirit's going to help you get to where you need to be, because ultimately that's the goal for this earth life, right? You want to get where you need to be. So the situation is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is so it's like strategy, right? Like he's being strategic in order to beat these people, but it's also about sneakiness, lies, maybe some manipulation here, because we do have the Five of Swords in the recent past. So the situation is, I feel like maybe there was some kind of sneakiness, or this could be about strategy, but we'll get more into it. I feel like you've got the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords here. So there's definitely some kind of heartbreak. And you've got the Five of Wands. So you've got 555, which again, 555 angel number, if you don't know, is a big change. And that's the tower. So I feel like there was some kind of lie told. Maybe you were deceiving yourself, right? Or maybe somebody was deceiving you here. The challenge is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about obstacles. It is about tension. So with this Five of Wands, you have all of these people, right? And it's everybody with their egos. It's all these opinions. So this can be like work obstacles. This can be like too many people involved in a situation, with their opinions. But this is about like a clash of egos is how I see this card. So I feel like there was some sort of maybe argument, ego battle. Maybe somebody lied and it, resulted in arguments. But the cause of this, the root of this, is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is grief. It is loss. It is, needing to heal from something here. So this person is looking at this Three of Cups behind them, in front of them, and not seeing the Two of Cups behind them. This is about being grateful for the things that happen, right? This tower moment, be grateful that things are falling apart. And I know that that's really hard to hear, or that's hard to accept, but again, Spirit is not going to have things fall apart and then not build you higher at the end, right? So this is about some sort of loss, some sort of grief. Again, this could be, they lied to you about a job, and there were other people involved, right? This is like arguments, tension, fights, but this is also about like not overcoming the obstacles, and like, kind of feeding into this energy and really needing to not feed into that. It's blocking some sort of truth here, which is causing this, this grief, this loss. So in the recent past, we have the Five of Swords, which is, again, is just more of that. So you're really in this energy of conflict. So this can be mental conflict. It can be conflict with others. Again, this is arguments, tension, manipulation, lies. But this person has all of these swords and these other people are walking away, right? This is about like winning at all costs. Like if these are your friends or these are your coworkers and you're over here, being deceitful, or this is them and this is you walking away, whatever the situation is. But this person is winning at all costs, but what did you lose out of this, right? Like with these arguments and this manipulation, what did you really lose trying to get ahead here? Just a really like heavy time, right? I just feel like there was some sort of deceit here. So, this not seeing the truth of a situation, or these obstacles here, like needing to see the truth is an obstacle for you. I feel like it's kind of holding you back. It's definitely led to some loss and maybe, some argument, conflict. This could be, again, mental confliction in yourself and conflict with others. It could be both. So, your higher self or your subconscious, we have the Strength card. This is about that inner strength, right? That inner confidence, your self-esteem, self-worth. This is just about really pushing through these obstacles. This Five of Wands is a minor arcana for obstacles, and this is the major arcana. So this is like really like you have that inner strength to overcome these obstacles. Again, you just need to focus on the positive and be grateful for what you do have. I feel a lot of times that it's, when we get into this doom and gloom situation, we can really look at the negative, and that's totally understandable, but needing to see the positive in situations, right? Needing to find those silver linings, and also like having some compassion for yourself, right? Like she is helping this lion and, being very compassionate and caring. So have some compassion for yourself and even other people, right? Like if this is arguments with coworkers or family members, whatever this tension and arguments is, like just know that they're coming from their place and you're coming from yours, right? And try not to feed into that negativity and that conflict. In the near future, we have the Sun card. So this is about happiness, joy, vitality. So this is really like, the light at the end of this dark tunnel that you've been going through here. But the Sun card is, I always see this child on the horse. This is about like your inner child, like making your inner child happy, really finding that joy and happiness again. So in your feelings, we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is about taking control. It is about leadership. He takes control of his mindset. He takes control of the situations that he is able to. So I feel like maybe you're feeling very empowered. You feel like you are taking the lead on this. You feel like you need to take control of your mindset and how you're reacting to this situation. The influence here, or in your environment, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is about growth in a relationship, growth in money, right? Like he has planted the seed and now he is tending to this, right? He is tending to these manifestations. He is watering this plant. He is pruning it, right? Taking care of it and really being patient in order for this to come to fruition. And it can also be about looking at this and wondering, is it worth putting in all of this work, right? Is it worth putting all of this energy into this argument, to these fights, into this conflict, and wasting all of your energy, right? I feel like there's just a need to really understand that this is temporary. These are all minor arcana. Yes, they are difficult to go through, right? That's never easy, but you have this strength in the Sun here. So these are like major arcana. These are big deal cards, right? So this is yes, difficult to go through, but I feel like you have the strength to get through this. In your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about, solitude. It's about healing, rest, relaxation. But it's also about like kind of pulling your energy back from all this. Don't feed into this. Again, like this Five of Swords, I always think of, tension and arguments, but it's also about like, choosing your battles wisely. Is it worth it? Right. So definitely just, I feel like in your hopes and fears, you're hoping to kind of heal from this. You're hoping to kind of have some time to yourself and being able to rest after going through this difficult time. The potential outcome is the Seven of Cups. So this is about choices, right? Like you have all of these options and choices moving forward. But it's also about like, don't be disillusioned and don't get like, I always see the fog in this card. So, don't get lost in that fog. You really need to make a decision and focus on one option, and don't be distracted by the rest of the options, right? So this can be, going forward, really don't, again, feed into this. If you have all of these people telling you how to do things, or, just whatever this Five of Wands is, if this is family members, if this is coworkers, whatever it may be, don't let the opinions of others get you confused, and don't feed into all of these opinions. You make your choices and don't be disillusioned by all the noise, basically, right? Um, this is just not a fun energy to be in here. Let's see. What do they not see coming, Spirit? Awesome. So we have the Queen of Cups, the King of Wands, and then we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like this is about you, tapping more into that creativity. The Queen of Cups is, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this is your card. This could be you just stepping into your power, right? Stepping into that creativity, that compassionate energy, really trusting your intuition here. And then we have the King of Wands, which is fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But this is more about like, he is, very good with leadership and very good, again, with control. You have the Emperor here. So he is very good at taking control of situations, and he has that fiery, passionate energy. So I feel like this is kind of like a balance here, right? Like your intuition and your emotions, and then you have this fiery, passionate energy. You have the feminine and the masculine energy here. So really kind of balancing your masculine and feminine energy in order to move through this. And then with the Six of Wands, this is a victory. This is recognition. This is being seen. So I feel like you're going to be victorious in whatever the situation is. I feel like you just need to trust your intuition and really take control of what you can control, right? Your mindset. You can meditate. You can, control any aspect that you are capable of controlling yourself, how you're thinking of things, how you're acting, your mindset, right? You have this 555, like this sitting in this heavy energy, all these obstacles, and then you've got like these, arguments and things like that, right? Don't feed into that. Like that's what you can control. You can control how you react to the situation, and I feel like it's more about trusting your intuition and really kind of sitting in more of a feminine energy. Let's see. What's the advice, Spirit? So now you have all fives out here. The only one we didn't have was the Five of Pentacles. So we have the Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So I feel like this is Spirit telling, again, remain balanced. This is about balancing finances, balancing your emotions here, and learning to be flexible and go with the flow. You have this water back here, which is like up and down, right? So it's the ebb and flow of life, and being able to be flexible. So, there are high moments and there are low moments. And the Tower moment can definitely be a low moment, right? When you're going through something heavy, but this is only temporary, right? Be flexible in, again, your mindset, be flexible in how you react to things, and realize that this is only a temporary situation. This isn't your forever. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is limiting beliefs, lack mindset. Maybe you feel abandoned. Maybe you feel, financially, that you're having to balance things because you feel very limited on your finances, right? If this was a loss of a job or a loss of a house, whatever this was, then, that can be a very limiting mindset. And you're needing to really go with the flow here and stay balanced in that mindset. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is about optimism and adventure and enthusiasm, right? Like, stay positive for the future, and really kind of see this as a new opportunity. Change that belief system. Be more flexible with your beliefs and try not to hold yourself back in this. Again, I know that's difficult when you're going through a situation, but this may be a low point, but you can only go up from here, right? I mean, you have the sun in the near future. This is about vitality, happiness, joy, celebrations. I feel like you're just really kind of going through some kind of difficult time right now, but it's not going to last, right? It's temporary. I feel like this is about you trusting in your intuition and taking control of your thoughts and actions. It's going to help you in this victory. It's going to help you overcome this situation by really trusting in your intuition and feeling empowered, feeling like you are in control. So let's grab some oracle cards for you. We have self-doubt. You're questioning yourself and unable to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from this limiting pattern. Again, with that limiting beliefs. Find the lesson. Something has happened and it stopped you in your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There's no such thing as failure, so pick yourself up, learn from it, and keep going. I love that, which is easier said than done. I get it. Like, I've been through so many tower moments and through so much grief, but it really does turn out to be okay. Things are going to turn out better than you could have imagined. Again, see the lesson in this. Why did things fall apart, right? If this was a job and you suddenly lost your job or you lost this stability, why did that happen? Because that was not where you were supposed to be, right? That is not a stable situation. It was not a good situation, especially if there were like arguments, tension, right? If this is a marriage that fell apart, it wasn't meant to be, right? And I know that that's very difficult when you are losing someone. Excuse me, but do you really want to spend the rest of your life with somebody that you aren't meant to? I just, that's how I look at things. Always try to find the lesson and the silver lining. We have abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you are deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Again, when things break down, more is coming in. So I feel like that's, there's more abundance. And abundance isn't just money. That can be an abundance of happiness, joy, right? This sun coming in here. Trust in yourself. You've got this. You've worked hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Love that. Definitely good things coming in here. You're kind of still sitting in this energy a little bit. It is in the recent past, but I feel like it's more of just a mindset change, trying to find the positive in things and really trusting that spirit is going to come through and bring in what it is that you need and what it is that you do want. And I know that that's very difficult, but I can attest that I have done it and I know that it works. And I know that spirit will provide for you as they have for me. It's just a matter of believing in it and really seeing your worth and having that confidence to move through this. So, which you do, you have this strength here, right? And then you've got this joy and happiness coming in. So I really love that for you, Cancer. I hope that that message helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.